Secure the Bag content is intended for collegiate athletes. Secure the Bag does not provide financial services, financial planning, investment, tax, legal, or sports agent advice or services. Awesome. Well, we are back here. This is our first kind of collegiate episode talking about the NIL and securing the bag. And I've got with me today Ajani Cornelius, AJ from the University of Oregon. Met AJ, we met back when I spoke to you guys, spoke to the team a few weeks back about financial literacy. And, you know, we hit it off. You were real hungry for the knowledge. So I thought you were a perfect person to have on here, man. Thanks for joining me.
Absolutely. I'm excited to be here. And yeah, just me and you back then, you were bringing all that good knowledge. So, you know, got to take advantage of opportunities like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Well, you are in a unique position, right? Because you just transferred. You did not start your career from Oregon. You're actually from the other side of the country. So tell me a little bit about kind of your background, where you're from, and then kind of how you ended up at Oregon.
I got you. Yeah. So I'm originally from Harlem, New York. So I was born and raised in New York City. You know, football is less of a big thing over there nationwide, but you know, it was a big thing for me and the guys I grew up with. So you know, we started playing youth football with the Harlem Jets, and they really gave us an opportunity to continue playing and really just to find a love in the game. And I ended up going to Catholic school in White Plains, New York, where I would commute hour and a half every day, just on the train. So that was outside of New York City, and I would do that. I did that for 4 years, had a great time there, 2 state championships, and I was a bit under-recruited out of high school. I was originally committed to Howard University. Mm-hmm. I had to decommit from there just because their coaching situation changed, and I was uncertain. But I ended up going to the University of Rhode Island, which was awesome. It was an awesome experience. I got to be coached by Coach Stephon Whaler, who was an excellent offensive line coach, and he really helped me find my stride in college football.
You said you played for the Harlem Jets. How did you get into football? Was that family? Was that, you know, you just had an interest of it from yourself from the beginning, or how did you originally start playing with the Harlem Jets?
Well, I was just always a big kid, right? And my mom, she had a friend who coached on the Harlem Jets, and he was my first team head coach.
Okay.
And so he saw me, and he was like, "Have him come over and play football." And I did that, and I just ended up sticking with it, and I ended up really liking it.
Awesome.
So that's how it was. And then yeah. So but yeah, I ended up at the University of Rhode Island. I played 2 seasons there. My first season, we didn't get to play fall season because of COVID. Mm-hmm. But I really enjoyed my time there. I made some really great friends, had great experiences. And that last season I had a really good season. And I was able to enter the transfer portal and have a lot of great opportunities. A lot of really good universities offered me. And, you know, it was really a humbling experience that it was. But I ended up going with the University of Oregon, which, you know, I really love the coaches. I love what they're about. And just coming here, everything that they advertised to me was confirmed. And it's been great.
What was that transition like where you go from, like you said, being under-recruited, where, you know, you're at Rhode Island, and what went into, like, at what point were you, when you were at Rhode Island and you were starting to have success and had that success, did you think, hey, I want to kind of try my talent at a higher level?
Yeah, that's a good question. So during this past season, you know, we played Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. And that was a really big game for me. You know, the whole team were taking it super serious, and we went to go and do our best. You know, because we went into we were striving to win that CAA conference. Mm-hmm. It didn't happen this year, but we were so close. And really in my mind, I wasn't thinking to transfer. Obviously,
yeah.
Love my team, and you know I was really just focused on the season, but I was receiving a lot of attention during it, especially after that Pitt game, and then I had a couple PFF rankings come out, and a couple postings. So mm-hmm. It wasn't after the season that I saw the potential for me to go and compete at a higher level, mm-hmm. which is definitely something that I was interested in doing, just to, you know, see that level of competition and just play the best competition I can.
Yeah, right. If you strive to be the best, you want to test yourself against the best. So tell me about that process of recruiting. Like, what other schools did you look at? And then ultimately, what led you to feel like, hey, my new home's going to be all the way on the other side of the country?
I get you. So, like I said, I'm very grateful for all the offers that I received during my recruiting process and the transfer portal. It came down to me. It came down between Ohio State and and Oregon and Tennessee. Right, that was my top three. I also took a visit to Nebraska. So I had two official visits for two weekends back to back, and I had a great time at each of the schools. They were all very hospitable. All the hosts, all the coaches were really cool. But it was just a special connection I had when I came on my visit here.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Coach Lannon. He showed me a lot of love on the trip. I spent a lot of time with him. He talked to me about my future goals. And also the offensive line coach who was here, Adrian Clem, he also, had a lot of interest in my goals and, telling me how he would help me get there. So just their energy and just the overall vibe, I just feel it, just being there.
It just was a feeling like, hey, this is the right place.
It was a gut feeling.
So now you've gone through the winter and you're now throwing the pads on for the first time, right?
Yeah.
So that's got to be exciting. And when you look at kind of this opportunity, what do you and with where you are now, what are you looking to accomplish this year, and what do you kind of think about the opportunity that's in front of you at the University of Oregon?
Yeah, well, it's easy to talk about, personal goals, but honestly, I've always been team oriented. So now that I'm part of the Oregon Ducks, my goal is going to be, that championship. I want to get that Pac-12 championship. We want to go for the Natty, and we want to be the best O-line we could be as a group. And I really bonded with these guys in the O-line room and just the team in general. So now my focus is just us having the best season we can, and everything that comes with it, from my performance and putting the best in my team, will come with that.
What would you say I mean, I'm sure obviously Rhode Island, the facilities, the things are a little bit different. What was that shock like going from Rhode Island to University of Oregon? And I'm sure you're helpful in helping your teammates appreciate it who may have never experienced being at a smaller school in terms of like the support that you guys have and all that.
Yeah, I could definitely say it's really just amazing to see, because obviously Oregon, like, it's Oregon, right? So the facilities are crazy. It's everything is, top. You got codes to get in there, anything you want to get into and all that. But I say the biggest thing is the breakfast, right? There's every morning there's breakfast. There's literally like chefs like in the kitchen. And you go up, you write your order in for how you want your eggs. They make the waffles in the waffle maker to order, right? Like it's just way different. So I am grateful for that. But I say just having that breakfast, like every day I'm eating grits. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Obviously, we are in a new world here with NIL, right? Like, didn't even exist, wasn't really a thing when you started school. What do you think of the NIL and the opportunity that it gives you, and how are, you utilizing it and, potentially as a springboard to the NFL or your next career?
Yeah, that's a great question. To me, just coming from the school I did come from, like, NIL wasn't really a thing. So being able to come here, it's really a blessing, and I'm extremely grateful to the collective and, University of Oregon for just this opportunity. And it's like just the financial opportunities that you're given with NIL is huge. And I say for me personally, I'm just I'm working on just saving it and just being really mindful about my spending and just trying to create a better financial future for myself.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really what it is about. And, obviously that's my job, is educating and helping you guys with that. And I think it's one of those things where for this to be a success, it can't just be kids got a bunch, more spending money while they were in school, right? And had a good time with it. You want to have a good time, but obviously we want to make sure that it's something that you guys use as a springboard to set yourselves up for financial success for the rest of your entire lives, man. Absolutely. So my last question for you is, obviously you got some big lofty goals here. What do you enjoy doing away from football? Is your goal to play football, obviously probably at the next level for as long as you can? And then have you thought about when football is done, what would you like to do at that time?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, I'm really interested in business, right? I grew up watching a lot of Shark Tank. I don't know if that influenced me, but I love the concept of entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So in school, and I've been studying business at University of Rhode Island. I was a business management major here. I'll probably stick with that, maybe go into marketing too, but just, retaining that business knowledge, and eventually I want to start my own company. I don't necessarily know what that'll be right now, but just, when that creative spark hits, I'll know how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that business education is important to me. And I'm really fascinated in entrepreneurship, I say.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, yeah, NIL is a perfect training ground for that as well. So entrepreneurship is awesome. So Shark Tank, huh? Got you into that?
Yeah, Shark Tank. Yeah, Mark Cuban and them.
No doubt, man. Well, AJ, it's been awesome having you on, man. Let people get to know you a little bit. Where can people follow you on social media?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Ajani Cornelius. Ajani_Cornelius. So my first name is AJANI_Cornelius. And you can follow me there. Also Twitter, AJ Cornelius 65. Follow me on there too.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on the program. And go Ducks, man.
Thank you so much for having me on. Go Ducks.